So my dad died, and I made a video yesterday about grief revelations that I've had because his 2-year anniversary of being gone is tomorrow. And one thing I want to say is that therapy does not guarantee that you will fully heal from such a grand loss. I do all the things. I'm in therapy, I meditate, name it, I've done it, I'm doing it. But when my dad first died, I immediately went to therapy. I already had a therapist a couple years before, and I was like, I need to go to therapy for this. Well, I actually had such a horrible experience with that therapist. She just was not it for me. Our ideals weren't the same. She was trying to push her religion down my throat. And I genuinely felt so uncomfortable sharing with her some of the thoughts that I was having around grief or the things that I was dealing with, which inevitably made my experience grieving way worse. And a lot of people don't know when you're in a situation like that you don't have to stick with the therapist if you don't like them. Like, therapy should not be an experience where you're going in and you're feeling super extremely overwhelmed or like you have to be performative. You're supposed to be able to release and grow and build with your therapist. Fast forward, I do go back and look for a therapist again. I love my therapist down now. That's my girl. We locked in. She's the best. I'm saying all this to say I think people think that therapy is the only way and it has to be a step process when you're grieving, when in fact there is no right way to grieve. There are no steps. Grief is so unique because you're experiencing it differently than anybody else in the world has ever experienced their grief. And for some people, they got it right the first time with the therapist. It helped them so much, but for me, that just wasn't the case. And when we think about losing a parent, we have to remember that we came on this earth and they have been with us this entire time, depending on your relationship with your parent. Nonetheless, they're the reason why we're here. So to have this void walking around with you, there should be no expectation that people are just going to someday fully be over it, because you're just not. There's also people that prefer solitude. There's also people that prefer journaling. Some people that prefer group therapy. What works for one person is not going to work for everybody. And if you too are grieving right now, please give yourself grace and know that it is a process. It's not linear. You will be triggered. And you should not, or anybody should not, expect you to bounce back and get back to regular living, because you're not the same person. And that's okay. Grieving is such a touchy subject, and I wish it was talked about more because it makes you feel seen. Like, when I lost my dad, I only really wanted to talk to people who had lost a parent because I felt like nobody understood where I was coming from. Luckily, I'm blessed with siblings, and they did. But I literally couldn't imagine not having siblings and not being able to have conversations with people who understood. But with that being said, if you're dealing with grief, be kind to yourself. Know that you got this, boo. Give yourself the space to do what you feel is best for you.